Howdy folks, welcome back to Boondockery. Today is probably the third time that I've come out to try to do some filming, and it seems like something always goes wrong, interrupts, technical malfunctions, what have you. But I'm finally out today, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely the prettiest day that I've come out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use any of the footage that I had taken in the previous trips, but I will find out as I go through it. Now, one thing that I've noticed in reviewing my videos is that my breathing is pretty labored. I know I'm carrying a little bit of extra weight. However, I can't help but think that breathing my own carbon dioxide in, as well as my own breath vapor 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, is not in some way, shape, or form contributing to something not exactly healthy for my lungs. Now, my body seems fine. I've been walking around all morning, and yeah, I'm a little sweaty, but my muscles aren't sore. I'm not feeling fatigued. I'm not excessively warm. I feel fine. My breathing is really starting to bother me. I notice it quite a lot when I've come out, probably the past month, and I don't care for that. Probably gonna have to talk to a health professional and see what they have to say about it. Now, I'm going to turn you around, let you see what I'm seeing. This is one of the areas that I wild camp frequently. This is the area that I did my hot teepee tent camps and have videoed. Several of those have not been videoed, but this is the area that I camp. Yeah, I think it's pretty no matter what time of year it is, but right now this is really exceptionally pretty. Now, here's one of the deer stands that we use for harvesting deer in deer season. And I just wanted you to have a little peek at this place, you know, when it's like this. The past several winters have been very poor snow winters. It didn't really seem like winter at all. As a matter of fact, I think it was 3 Christmases ago, me and my father-in-law were standing on the deck of his home in t-shirts. It was that warm on Christmas Day. And this winter so far, I think we've made up for the past 5. And you know, winter's not over yet. There's several items on my list of things to do while I'm out here today, and we'll see how many of those things we can get accomplished. I do want to talk a little bit right now, since we are sort of on the issue of health, that there are some very, very valid and very, I guess, important things that we need to consider when we wild camp in the winter, especially when we have large amounts of snow. I'm a good bit older than when I used to literally run the woods, so I don't do much running anymore. But I'm at the age now to where many of my peers, people my age, have had heart attacks, have died from heart attacks. And even if you're used to walking the woods, it's different when there is a large amount of snow on the ground, especially with this ice that has developed. I'm going to have you watch my feet as I walk through this stuff. You can hear it more than anything else, but there are certain areas that are deceptively deep. And so you go down a good bit, right there was one of them. You go down quite a significant depth. And going down, you have to worry about balance and things like that, but you also have to lift your foot back up out of there. And that's getting back what I was talking about as far as extra body fatigue. Your body has to work a lot harder every single step you take in the winter when there's snow down. Your body has to work harder every single step you take because of the cold. Your body's doing two things. You're exerting yourself, so your body is thinking, well, hey, I got to cool myself down. So I've got to generate some heat, and you start to sweat. So you have that going on. Then what will eventually happen when you stop walking, you stop moving around, and your body realizes, hey, it's cold. I'm freezing. Your body will try to warm itself by shivering. Again, extra energy being spent. And when you combine that with the extra strain and effort you make with every single step going through the snow, before you know it, you've burned a tremendous amount of calories. And most of us are not used to doing that. During the day, I get up and move around all the time, but it's not across wooded terrain. It's not over hills. It's on flat concrete, which has its own list of problems to it. It's been that way for over 30 years. And so the concrete's taken its toll as well. But the thing is, when you hit it in this new environment with these new elemental factors that you have to consider, the snow, the ice, the cold, you have to do it intelligently. And do not overextend yourself to a point to where you've gone further than what you should have. If you are experienced outdoorsman, you've been in the woods every single winter, your winters are particularly long where you go. Yeah, you know, of course, what I'm talking about is moot. But I've noticed that there are a lot of people my age and probably in professions that are, if not sedentary, they're not exactly active professions where you're exercising a lot. And, you know, they're my age and they love this stuff as a hobby and they aren't doing this professionally. And this is the audience I'm trying to reach out to, because I'm in that same boat. And I have lost people my age that I went to high school with in heart attacks and other health related issues. And some of them, not recently, it's been a while. And I know statistically, my diet, my body type, my age, my profession, things like that, all those are contributing factors to hypertension and a lot of stress, mental stress, and things like that. So when I come out into the woods, that's supposed to be my time to relax, to defrag. And I do that no matter what. However, like as you can see around me, I'm relaxing in this beautiful place that has a lot of extra hazards due to the snow and the ice. And I have to be smart about that. I do want to stick around a while longer, a few more things I want to do before the Lord calls me home. And so I wanted to point that out while I'm out here, while I'm thinking about it. And especially if any of you are getting wonderful snowfalls and you're venturing out yourself, you haven't been out for a while, you may not be in the best physical health as you may have been. And even if you are in great health, just to consider the extra stress factors, the extra effort factors that we have to consider when we're in the forest during the snow, especially deep snow. And just, we want to be around to enjoy this stuff for a while. So make certain that, you pay attention to your body. You stop and rest frequently. Even when you may not feel you need to rest, just use it as an excuse to look at the beautiful surroundings, listen to the birds, to smell this winter air. Then it's not so much like, oh, well, I'm old and fat, I've got to stop and rest or I'll kill myself. You can get rest and still be part of your nature loving, absorbing state of mind. Now, I have rattled on probably far longer than I needed to, and possibly I'll edit a lot of that down so it's 5 minutes instead of 15. Who knows? I don't know. And right now, I'm not really caring. Just talking to you guys, just looking at this. Yeah.